the middle, you can see what that red team's going for. Save it, Yasuo and Save it is stopped in his tracks. The running man, oh my goodness.
That is so rough when the tree's there like that, you can't build on it. And Saban was not aware to that, he dropped down on the wrong side, Refcon was prepared. And
Malabuka surrounded by warriors who are thirsty and hungry. Everyone around here is low on Surge. I think Clement and Koki were taking damage from Surge. It's stopped now. Something. These guys have been in this position 3 times now. They haven't won against Aqua once. They're trying to use that Zico down, find the second part of the duel, pass all around them. They have not Aqua and Vito, with their pad, their chance, take control once again.
So many players and names in the sky. We talked about how Malabuka was able to recycle as well. And that's huge. No, he won't be able to recover the body. I thought he was able to throw it away and get the loot from it. He desperately will need it, but Chicho is below him and blocking that path.
Now on the top left side, heading Queasy. They're waiting for it. Aqua and Vito way back in the storm, has splashes. Might be the exact same that Tayson and Uber did games before. Aqua, he's gonna find a last minute slice and jump straight into the zone. Huge for him to land, but look up top. The one game wonders, it feels like every day. No allowing is a deal. They're here.
This might be the game where they do it. Queasy ahead again, trying to stop tight, and they will. Regain height, and they regain their power. And they can with a dream.
Command Cavern doesn't stop the action just yet. King taken down. Aqua and Osprey taken down by Vito. Looks like he's in a tough position for now. Tripping by himself as well. They're all basically divided into solos. Slowly family taken away from the low gun as well. Tripping on the back walls. Look at what's happened on height. Tayson Uwe looking to take first place away from the middle of Cavern. They do it from the collider. They make it look good, but look at the cost 11. Barely any match to their name.
Yeah, and they're having to drop down. They can't continue to apply this pressure. They have to move. Vino on the bottom of your screen as a solo gets taken out. And so now, Capic, Uwe, Tayson, trying to regain height. They're going back forward. He's got the bullet. Still on hype now, but no build to really say anything about it. Can they connect to some big shot pads coming through? They need to do something, and someone else sides are now.
Jazz uses his own teammates. Another top. They're using everything that they can. A fourth one. Hen and Queen.
Kira and Judy were no match for those two. For some reason, but wisely choosing to dodge that fight and looking for Mappy instead. But eventually he will get spotted. Somebody has to see a low-ground player with no materials, and they will snuff him out. And now Reason and the Six was trying to do it on low.
Many teams still alive. Hen and Queasy, pocket Harpoon, keeps their match alive, and he's going for the reconnect head. Can he really find it? Has found a way. He's so short to get inside these. He's still a tingle. Yet. He's looking for his next shot to survive. Queasy still laying down a good build below. Stacy both side maybe here, and they're so hard to get rid of. Vision on the backside. It's a huge bounce back, and everyone was up to collide. They won't have much of a say. Reason will be thrown into the fray. Inside a blender right now, looking for the turns to stop. Reason's trying to find something. He can't see, he can't speak. The man actually can't even breathe. On low ground on the critical prototype, feet looking for it, but he stays secure.
See how careful Mappy is treating the situation, realizes how delicate it is, realizes he can't make the wrong step, he can't move the wrong piece on the chessboard, and unfortunately goes down to Polisai and Snazy, who have tried everything they can to have their say in this final, and maybe finally getting that opportunity.
Reason their final kind of pylon in the way of that low ground road, and they still haven't gotten rid of it. One man with this barely any HP causes this much ruckus. Hen and Queasy are here again. Big shot called. Hen barely surviving. The Siphon doesn't come in. 1v1 for Queasy. Lands the big crack shot, and after that, the victory. Royale.
Queasy and Hen, how do they do it? The reigning champions with another victory royale on the day, pushing themselves into the top 10 without fear. Hen dropped down, got a knock, got finished, but then it was Queasy. The brain came through and hit some shots to win the game. What a display. We talked about what it is to hold high ground style, and finally being able to do it against the big dogs.
Mantled over Aqua, chopped down Vidil, blocked off against Dirty, all the way towards the top, and at the end, he dropped down. It was Queasy on defense, and Hen there on the aggressive, this turret type of fire with the shotgun. Dynamic duo.
In so many of these games, they've struggled when hurdles have been put in front of them. This game, running over them. Gold medal in the Olympics right there. Had no issues whatsoever. Queasy and Hen are pushing their way into the fray.
Yeah, and it feels like this was a game of extras, right? A lot of those low-ground players were not the top 5 teams. Malibuca, he survived for a little bit, but he was taken down. Trippin couldn't clutch. Vino couldn't survive either.
So many of those teams down below, right, were struggling, right, running into each other. And when you run into people on low, you know how messy it gets. These guys stayed true, though. We're going to send it to the desk to break that all down as we head into the final game of the SMTS.
Game number 11, Hen and Queasy coming up huge in this, and I just want to go ahead and let you guys know, okay? Just today, before going into this game, today alone, they've earned 134 points before this game even transpired. And now they're showing up. I'm telling you, Dave, I believe that was me. I asked you last time we won. We all believe that. Today alone, they've gained the most points. By now, with this win, by a considerable margin as well. They were all, unfortunately, not yesterday. They only had a couple of points on the leaderboard. With the most points on day 2 alone. Yeah, it really is. Yesterday we saw that people think they could have done better. 49 fixing a few things, and they've come out stronger today. And oh boy, are they doing it well. They're doing it on high ground.
on to the crown at the moment, but will they be able to hold on as we head into the final game? So much pressure riding on it. If you're chasing an Ubre, you decide to land on them. Does that really? Somebody has to fill up.
In the world, it's the final game of FNCS for Champions League Season 2.
Right. Into it. Players leaving the battle bus, heading to their POIs. And for some of these players, heading to their last dance. So many off-ball battles to choose. For some of these teams, the last time they will ever play with each other potentially. But who will step up in this final game?
Teams that were kept down off of spawn. It's a big question. Command Tower are going through home 3 of the teams in the top 5. Looking to see the same match. Aqua and Vino dropping straight inside. We haven't seen the COB right off the rip just yet because it hasn't mattered too much before in terms of what exactly happened on spawn. But this game, we have to stay in tune with the captain.
Maybe I missed it, but I don't think that's all Gunner on their side. When they don't have the ball. So maybe that is one thing to for the rest of the team who need them to stumble. Manabuke and Mustacho leading the way in eliminations in the final this week. We know that is one of their biggest strengths and selling points. And have that big pop-off game.
The difference between them and their teammates or enemies. Myself, third and first place, right? Thinking not having a little bit of a rough time. Meanwhile, 6 joins the end in Synapse Station. This time, you can see the desperation for some of the teams way far away in the standings trying to get all the way to the Tripper in 5th place right now in the tavern, so far away from everyone else.
So much posturing between all these teams. They did have the ball.
Back down, 292 points with Verde.
Like that. They have such an impressive run leading up to this moment, this game. In an app put it for an end. End their run in the FNCS. End their journey to maybe doing the spectacular coming back. But now we will watch Azubre and Pacers, Vino and Aqua battle it out for first place.
Looking at what they have in terms of the way they're moving around the map. Keep training, it's the reason they get up any zone. It's the reason they call any place home in a matter of seconds. No applications required. They're there. They're building up. Meanwhile, Kenny and Seti, for them it's been a little bit rocky. A team that has to be maximum in the has to be there every single game. And this had a few. They're now down. Right now it's doing 84 points.
season, it was Bad Sniper and DKS by a long mile. This season, though, it's an opportunity for Benji and Savage to get the one up.
This season they're on the same street. They're right beside each other in the same
This one means everything. This is their chance to have at least one saving grace in these finals. That sniper won't make it easy for them. But for how long can he run?
He's trying to hide for the moment. He's going to be found out multiple times. Fusion shows up down from Savage as Benji follows in the fray, looking for any single shot. As soon as he has a second land attack, it's ring around the rosy on all sides. How long can Savage keep this up? The third part, Savage, he's seeing red. He doesn't even care. Hit in the back multiple times on the defense, but still, he's in the business to look at Bad Sniper. Everyone, the community looks like it's helping him out.
Bad Sniper. How has he managed to do that? I'm sure Benjamin Savage is fuming. He just won't give them the inch of space. And so now, having to resort to just getting their HP back up. But they have overtaken. Slowly regretting in the leaderboard. We'll see where they end at this game.
That's not the win for them. For them in this FNCS, Bad Sniper needs to go down. That is what they want in this game.
They've had a phenomenal comeback. They started the day way down below. They were in the 40s. Shy away from them at one point. They were in the 40s at one point. I think it was 40s. Coming into 8. Craziness. Absolute madness. But easy season for them. This is why you can't. They are in a and they are on that level still. And finally finding their rhythm. We'll see how far they can take that into this last game. But when it comes to rhythm, Mino and Aqua will be looking to re-hit theirs. So consistent on the day. The most placement of anybody else. More victory royales than anybody else.
They just look so good. Sometimes they don't make it off. It's a win. It's a second place. It's a third. I think their worst time in the top 10 has been in 8th place. And that's when they just started overall on the day yesterday. That was their first game. After that, sky high. And they've just been villains for this whole lobby that no one's making down.
Right. We talked yesterday about how coming into the FNCS they were considered by favorites, and they have not let down at all. Even showed us why Command Cabin is considered such a strong POI.
Yeah, absolutely. But the team that's not landing there, though, just towards their own side, carving their own path, I think, every single season. And dumping it again, set 4th place right now. We talked about the consistency overall. Down to one game, an issue for them in total. A lot of skill zones that we've seen before inside the European Cavern teams, one with high expectations that have landed the mark a little bit. Thomas and Trippin on screen right now.
I think with Thomas and Trippin, where they sit right now is exactly where most people expected them to. I think if we were to find a way to look at all the prediction lists across the past week, more often than not, their average place on the prediction list would be 5th.
Yeah.
So to see them in 5th is just where they nevertheless, Magran overperformers, no one to Dosh is never something to laugh about.
$300,000, by the way, for first place here today. And that's exactly what everyone's trying to strive for. That actually, I know also up for grabs as Dosh grabs another elimination. Well, $1.3 million prize pool in total for the Monkey Spears in the year.
Our screens, you see Tayson there, Uwe, the South. What does this mean for Tayson, right? If he uses somehow and find a way to win another FNCS, how would that be?
Small time. This time it's not a joke. It's been in that conversation. It's been across regions, across seas as well. Tayson versus Bugha. That's what everyone's the comparison is. Right? Look at his earnings in general, Levin. What is he on right now? Without any early Fortnite FNCS so far, right? Where does he stack?
If Tayson was to win this FNCS, 950,000 number that big for a Fortnite player, you can expect them to have made something big in the World Cup days. He had none of that. This is just from FNCS, cash cut, just hard-working grit.
That played inside the World Cup. One just dominant player multiple FNCS, which is Bugha across the season in the East.
This is a huge game for him. One of the games of his life, maybe.
Talk about expectations people have. We don't think Tayson never do well when he doesn't win an FNCS. Just think about that.
We'll see what he can do. Thomas hitting some big shots there. I feel like I've broken record talking about his ability to do damage when it comes to getting Surge.
No surprise from Thomas. The biggest surprise I feel today is on our screens. Joe and Cian. I mean, talk about their story just specifically from FNCS.
Even back.
Game number 6. They start things off not inside the top 6 at all. Not inside a position in the FNCS. Final game. Cuts the door. Now they're 6th place coming into the last game of the FNCS.
Not only are they 6th place, they have made it look so good. They've just been such a force, such a threat. The Dark Horse team out of Sign Up Station, making a pure why that maybe sometimes gets memed. It's like a very strong one.
We're back again.
They need to stay in this game. They can't afford to go down now. 4th place is impressive. Would it be able to hold with Thomason, Trip and Chase? I'm not sure. They need to stay in it. 177 up. Pressure being applied. The map's dwindling. Is Wood. Health. They see red. They see holes who are looking weak. And sitting in 9th place, they want to secure a top 10.
Trying to topple over the building. Cammy also still going for tag, 215 above, but there's for sure one more.
And I'm back again. I'm gonna go get some cookies. Get some more cookies. I'm the cookie monster.
From far away. Whatever happens here will change the course of this game.
Their interactions are so meaningful for the standings. Top players go through this FNCS. This is their chance now to cement themselves into the history of this season. Hellfire and Scram struggling with Surge though. And it's not something that I've had to say too little.
sandwich.
And they've been taken out.
They got a bit too overzealous there. They tried to capitalize on that.
So much to run away from Hellfire. So many maps. I was about to say that they're not going to be well off at all. But now two teams working all at the doorstep of Seti and Cammy. Tasty takes out but if you the layers that this specific duo both with that pressure gone, what can this second place team do to make up that 30-point differential?
Rotating their way on in late. You can already see the effect of that in the zone. Which is a good thing. They will survive for now. So very much a dicey guys. A replay from Chapel.
Oh, ball.
That's
That's not allowed. That's not allowed.
Uruguay hitting mad shots right now.
Cammy has a little bit of ways to go. Talking about their storyline, let's look at the gameplay now. Every single team's been set up in different boxes so far. The zone's been around them. It hasn't been a problem yet. Now. Angry about things.
Solo above. So if it starts to get too much of a problem, they can deal with him. They hear him. They know he's right there on their same layer as well. But they need to make sure that they don't make too much noise. There are players, again, who are in the zone, who can move them. And so you see the change. The point of attack. They tried to go from a different angle. They wanted to put their heads in between the teams in zone and then, but there was another team ready and waiting, looking. So they'll give that one up and they'll make their way into the zone. And there's a pathway forward, but it's Hen in front of them as well. Hen and Queasy. All these guys have such a story. Where Hen, all very familiar with each other. Queasy as well. Colliding in these final moments of the FNCS.
The collisions that they're taking. 1,000 damage by the they can just chill. Second place as well. Just think about how to win the FNCS. Think about how to stop Vino and Aqua. Massetti, Cammy, playing defense this long. Not having a voice. The mind equation for them has been the whole game. Silent, they're just 30 above. Meanwhile, Aqua Vino, looking at them 400 in their front. 5 seconds, that'll dictate. But there's still the maestros of this game, or just part of the pack of the orchestra. Damage, but it's fine. It's not going to be a match. They'll have lots of people by their side. Chicho, stop here, but what?
They would have won it, but nevertheless, they were able to put themselves in position. Even with some of the trials and tribulations they faced this season,
Seti Cammy, those trials, they continue. I mean, you play defense for so long, you survive, you're not able to live. And that's the issue right now. They haven't had an effect, an impact, even a scratch on this entire server. And now they'll sacrifice their position to look for those tags. They'll be late in moving. Cammy now taken down inside the storm. He is gone. 4th place so far. Seti cannot make the pad, and their story for this FNCS ends outside the top 3.
another example of a team just stumbling short. And so now, Thomas and Chippen have a chance to move up in the standings. Aqua and Vino with pre-edit plays. They are on one, but hold on a minute. They can't afford to go down. Aqua needing to take a step back. You can see they're clearly confident right now, but they can't allow that confidence to turn into arrogance. They need to stay humble. They need to just hold on. The longer they hold on, the more likely it is that they will leave today the FNCS champions.
He's got a few foraged fruits in his inventory. An apple a day might keep Tayson and Oogway away. That's what he's hoping for at the moment. He's chopped on all three.
And they are looking very, very healthy, as stated before. And that is totally bad news for Tayson and Oogway. They ideally needed them to already have been down.
Yeah.
You know, in the ideal world, for them to win FNCS, they needed Aqua and Vino to go down off spawn or in the mid game. So now the pressure is not only on them to try and win the game, but to do so in scintillating fashion. They need to do so many eliminations. They need to just go for a Malabuka Mustache type endgame right now.
What they need is 10 elims more specifically than Aqua and Vino, and then stay ahead of them as well in the placement. So far, Aqua and Vino have just hit second or third place if they're not winning games inside the end games on day 2. Tayson, Oogway already affected, looking to see what to do next. This is not a situation we've seen them in before. They never really leave this super late. They're not really playing for information either, and Tayson has to shield up. This should be trouble for the duo. Can they identify the pad? Yes, they can. This time, it's fine, and they're in the skies.
They won't be timed out, and they'll be able to pick a position in the zone. But like we established, it's not just about staying up for them. If they really want to leave today as FNCS champions, they have to start doing damage. They have to start getting eliminations.
The elims have to start now. Look at the point differential. 322 on the top right, 352 on the bottom right. It's basically 30 points in total.
Such a mountain to climb. Such a barrier to have to break through. Aqua and Vino, though, not playing for height as we've seen them do so well in previous games. It's actually Flois and Mappy that hold that ground. And so eventually these guys may even collide on the mid and low layers. The armored wall comes through to delay, give them that space to move forward in the zone. Vino, the responsibility of the Tarpa right now, but a Tarpa with no mats is truly nothing. They need to fight.
Vino has to hit the shots when they matter most. It's Zhu who's going to be the first person at the jaw of this dynamic duo, but Aqua's down. Vino has no mats. Aqua basically had the rest of them all. There's nothing for him to do but just pray and spray, but he can't find a single shot, and low ground is elevating up. Vino is forced towards the sky. 120! Driving by! Kefi's down, and he's got a few more mats to work with, but the battle's not over yet for the first place team. They're still moving and taken down with about 359 points, but Tayson's gone too. The upper echelon falls. That's it for the top of EU.
We saw Vino against Tayson last year to try and win an FNCS. This time it seems like he might have got the best of them. But down below in the standings, Thomas and Trippin have finally taken 4th place, and they're trying to take names on the way as well. They want the victory out to close it out. They're sitting in 3rd now. Malabuka and Mustache pushed down. But can they get the victory royale? From up above,
What?
Flois, they want to close things out on a high. They want to move up and get some more dosh. But Vico wants to put an end to the Danes run, take Trippin out. And now Thomas in a solo clutch situation. What can he do?
Up near the bugle. Volcanic rock on all sides, but he gets cooled down. Mappy up top on high ground. Every elimination, thousands of dollars of cash just flowing in different banks. Mappy and Flois up top do not want to give it up, but it is chopped out. Jackson's there to be able to hit that crucial build, and more damage flies from the other side. Has a pad, but it can't really be used for now. No mats on the bottom side. Jackson looking for the next shot, and the spray's there. Mappy just chomps on his head. Everything falls from the skies. Flois and Mappy win that final game.
Flois and Mappy, when it mattered in the final game, to push their way up in the standings, to fight for more earnings, they have done it. A victory royale. They played height like experienced veterans, not giving anybody a chance to take it, and fighting down below valiantly to close out the FNCS in Game 12. What a win.
You might not be close to the title of champion, but to etch your story even higher on the ranks, even higher on that ladder, that's exactly what Flois and Mappy just did.
A really nice way to close things out for that duo. I'm sure they'll take that confidence and push even further in future FNCSs. They've been on such an amazing rise, but all anybody will be thinking about Shia Wager, Vino and Aqua.
Absolutely. I mean, in studio, it felt like these games were in real life for us. We were in these builds, in the bugle with the players, Levin. It was absolutely awesome to ride them out with you. We got to toss it back over to the desk, see exactly what they have in terms of who won this FNCS.
Thank you guys so much. Absolutely fantastic 6 set of games from us here today in EU. Shio, Wager, 11-2K absolutely held it down. My goodness.
They're hugging. You can't
They're
see it
hugging.
off
You
camera,
can't see
but-
it. Don't worry about it. They're hugging over there. We'll be with them in just a little bit, but we have to talk about how things transpired in this last game. Craziness there as the top 3 teams going into this game are all sitting. They're all moving box to box, layer to layer, and at any moment, one of them makes a mistake. That's it, man. They're locked in time. How did this all unfold?
Yeah, the first one we were looking at was Tayson, of course. It was going up against. We pretty much needed a 10 elimination victory a while, but here we are instead. The winners, no surprise, Vino and Aqua. This is now Aqua's second FNCS championship. He won back in Season X. He's the World Cup champion as well. And of course, Vino, you can't say enough about this guy. The first FNCS championship for him.
So well deserved is the phrase that I'm going to use to describe their performance over this weekend. They have been the dominant team. They've been up on high ground. They've been spraying down the rest of the lobby. They didn't have a chance when they were in the game and they were healthy. And Aqua and Vino have done it. Victory Royales as well. They haven't just, sort of consistently placed their way through. They've gone for big games. They've made it entertaining. And oh boy, have we been entertained.
There is no doubt in my mind that this team is the best height team this season. I don't think there was a single game that we saw where they took height and they lost it at all. They maintained it every single time. No team even seemed like a challenge for them when it came to contesting high ground. Such a well-deserved win.
Oh my goodness. I just, once again, in case you didn't know, Aqua coming out of the Duo World Cup Championship, right? Standing alongside Bugha, now saying, okay, I now also have a win. Now, could I be in that GOAT conversation? After this, you have to assume the answer is yes. But after 12 games, my goodness, kind of like what you're saying, it's just every little advantage they could find. These little micro advantages that really, give us the marks of a powerful duo they have.
Yeah, they really do. And they already showed that in the last game. They showed a lot of maturity. They showed a lot of class. Being able to play the low ground layers. We talk about their high ground ability, their high ground potential. They were very, very mature in the way they played this. They understood that if they made a risky play for high ground, they would have missed out on so many of those placement points on the lower layers that they would have been able to got. They did fall a little bit earlier than they would have liked, of course, but it was one of those situations where they'd done enough, and they did it so well.
Yeah, I think that's like a champion mentality to understand that this is what you need to do to win the tournament. You don't need to win the game. You don't need to make a crazy high ground play. You just need to do enough to make it in there. And I talked at the top of the show that I was wondering, how is Vino going to play on day 2? We know, of course, Aqua has the mentality of a champion sometimes when he argues with people, maybe not at the same time. But we know that he's so good. I was wondering, how is Vino going to play at this? I'm so happy to see the maturity from him. Boom. Boom.
I'm taking all of them.
I want all of them. Blocking them. He's blocking them.
Oh, wow. My goodness, we have to take a look at kind of the final leaderboards, see how things have kind of resolved, because we know Aqua and Vino come out as FNCS champions. They will take hold of the Acts of Champions 2.0, but where did the results end for everybody else? Tayson and Oogway there. Listen, they maybe didn't make it in first, but still walking with $200,000 in second place. That's one of his books.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like the fight they had to get to that spot as well, very well deserved. In all portions of the game, it wasn't easy, Reese, for them to get to this spot.
No, nothing at all, right? We saw repeated struggles of them through week to week to week, game to game to game. But yet, every match, you just saw top 10, top 10, top 10. Every single game, they were always in the conversation. And now, second place is the result of that incredible consistency.
Yeah, they only had one bad game today, and that just shows the caliber of the lobbies that we're talking about right now. You cannot make mistakes. We saw them trying to go for the reusable launch pad. It didn't work out for them, but all it takes is one bad game for one of our top teams, and someone else will snatch it away from them.
I think one of the beautiful things about seeing that leaderboard and seeing the standings there is that it is like a very accurate reflection of the 5 best teams that we've seen this season. Right? When you look at the teams who have performed on multiple stages throughout the season, that 5 there, I don't think you could pick a better 5.
No, not at all. One of the things I'm really impressed with still is Mustache and Malabuka. I think on day 1, we can all agree that they were impressive.
Yep.
Day 2, not so much. They've made some great games, but I think we will all remember that they are one of the best teams for a long time to come.
And I mean, I think as well, when you look at someone like Hen and Queasy, excuse me, mixing their names in my mind, jumping up from 41st all the way up to 8th, man.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane. Remember, they were your champions from last season, but now they're coming in. They're going to relinquish the axe, but still they came in 8th.
I was going to say, that is probably one of the best comebacks in history.
Easily.
It is.
Easily. Easily.
Like, you think about it, right? Imagine if they had just like a slightly better day one. Like, if they had, you know, a day one that was reflective of sort of how they perform now, look, we would have been maybe talking about, you know, 2-time FNCS, the back-to-back FNCS championships. But of course, we're getting into Dreamland now. Still, great comeback from them. Congratulations.
My goodness, what an absolutely incredible way to wrap up the Chapter 3 Season 2 FNCS. We have to now add another set of names to the champions across all of the regions. Once again, Aqua and Vino, congratulations to you. You will hold on to the Axe of Champions 2.0, the first set of hands to take hold of this axe. That is absolutely insane. But now we have to kind of shift gears a little bit, friends. We've been talking about our predictions all season long.
Can we skip that? Can we skip it?
I'm down for that vote, right? 4 out of 5?
Right now.
4 out of 5? Hands?
Okay,
we know
so
it,
let's, you know what? So far, remember, the way this works is we make predictions, and based on their final placement, we kind of get points. The points kind of get tallied up, and at the end of the season, we say, okay, who is the best, most predictingest analyst, caster, person, right? This time, we have decided that we have created a type of trophy, a little gift for whoever is the most winningest person.
They did that the season after I win it, of course. Classic.
Shouldn't there be something for the first season's prediction winner? You know what I'm saying? The very first time we have prediction. It's all.
We have a sympathy trophy for the first. We have like
for those.
exactly. Come on, we have like a little wooden plank or something. You know?
I'll draw
The first one's like free. The first one's like, hey, get your feet wet. Then the second time, you got to be more serious. Let's take a look at the points and see who has come out in EU specifically as the #1 person. Risa.
Okay.
I am
170.
I don't know how I did better than 11-2K. That is gonna be in my history books as my best result. So, Reese, you have won. Congratulations. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get the
wait
prize.
a minute.
All I'm going to say is thank you guys, because without your bad predictions, I would never have won.
Look,
Oh, you're too smart.
I'm going to be humble in defeat this time, right? I'm going to be humble in defeat. Look, usually I am on top of it. This season I took some risks. I was in Denmark for the FNCS, so there were a couple times I predicted some Danes. They let me down. So I've learned my lesson. Next season, I'm not going to be too kind to Denmark. But look, Reese, props to you. You've done a good job.
Thank you, buddy.
You know, we go back, right?
We go
So
back.
I'm happy for you. I got love
Thank
for you.
you. Thank you. It means a lot. My biggest supporter outside my mom.
Okay. So, Minnie, if you'll just swap places with
Of
Reese
course.
for a
Oh,
moment.
wow. Okay.
Okay.
Back it up. Back it up.
Yeah, congratulations, Reese. Camera guys, if you want to just get real close here, I'd like to congratulate you as the Chapter 3 Season 2 Best Predictor. Congratulations, my friend. That's right. We will be sending this to you as your trophy. Congratulations,
Please
Reese.
give me that.
Wow.
Oh, this is going in the front door.
I'm actually
You're gonna
jealous
see
I didn't win
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Man, no matter what, actually,
Yeah,
Zeke wins.
that.
I just realized.
Yeah.
Let's look at the post. It's the same post.
That is so
Wow.
good. You can
Oh,
be
man.
my duo any day. That's 100% of the shots you don't take. Only you can predict me.
Wow.
Wow.
That is amazing.
There you go. Congratulations, Reese. Thank you so
awesome.
much.
I'm gonna keep
Guys,
this here.
that is it for the FNCS in EU. Did you like what you saw? Well, make sure you come back. NA East, NA West also have shows where they'll also have champions and more prizes like this. We love you all so very dearly. Legends Landing, thanks as always for having us. And don't forget to tune in next season for more action of the FNCS. As always, we love you guys, and we'll see you on that battle bus.
even though I don't always have this great of an attitude, but you know, I'm working on it.
I feel like streaming is huge, and just like people like showing your personality.
There's just no feeling that comes close to that.
Just shower every day. Just once a day. That's all it takes.
Like anything can happen, to be honest.
What is the optimal shower frequency for performance? It's crazy. That's a question.
I like to go at least once a day when I'm waking up, and yeah, just feel good and not dirty. Yeah.
I try to shower at night because like when I wake up and I shower, like it just makes my like hands feel weird, and I usually play bad.
I think it's once a day. It's really good.
I usually shower like once a day, usually right before I get on, so I'm refreshed.
Definitely once a day, minimum. I know there's some gamers that do not do that. I know that for a fact.
Is there any underrated duo that you think could have a breakout performance?
Glaze and Trashy are doing really good right now, and I feel like they're working hard and they're placing, and I think they could do good.
I think Dubs and Mega are going to have a very good season. I think people aren't thinking as highly of them.
Oh my god, me too. And Shadow 1X is going to do really good in this offense, yes.
Joji and Rokane, they're just not really underrated, but I think for comp-wise, like they've been doing really good, and people kind of overlook them.
What's the most effective way to make a name for yourself in the community?
To be honest, just like do all your socials and just try to place as high as you can.
Probably just placing in cash cups mostly.
Like people really look out for like solo tournaments, especially for like looking for like a new duo. Like people want to see how you can do like by yourself.
Just know that you're really good if you stream every event and place well.
Everyone roots for the underdog, so if you're making a name for yourself, FNCS is the place to do that.
How did it feel getting your best placement in the FNCS Grand Final? I got my best placement in Season 5 in Trios, and it felt great because I never did really good in a big team mode.
Third place in squad meta, so that was Chapter 2, Season 1, and that whole FNCS was very fun. I love squads. I wish we have it again someday.
First time, it was pretty good. You know, I got second like 4 times in a row, but so like towards the end, it was a little annoying.
It honestly felt really well, but at the same time really sad because I could have like won a lot more. And
when you see the leaderboard and then you're, I don't know, first place, it's always like just the best feeling ever.
Who is your role model?
I really look out for Bruga, one of the best players in his story, is really, really good.
Like everyone hypes me up and says like what I'm capable of, so it's honestly myself.
All like the Liquid people like Chap, Tom, Poach, like all of them, they're like super inspiring. Like you can do comp and keep content going as well.
Probably a tennis player like Roger Federer, who has like been on top for a long time and has a great attitude.
So back in the day, I was watching Apex, Temper, Fakey, and fast forward to today, I'm on their org, and that's the most ridiculous thing ever. It's amazing.
What's up, Fortnite fam? The new season means new loadouts for FNCS. Let's break down some of the most common loadouts based on your role in your duo, starting with the IGL.
The in-game leader, or IGL, is responsible for calling and mapping out your rotations, guiding your teammate, and often tarping. The IGL holds a vital role in guiding the team to victory. A proper loadout is a huge key to that success. This season, we have seen them focus on having one close-range weapon and one distance weapon for surge tags, and the remainder of the items will be heals. The most common loadout is the drum shotgun, first assault rifle, and then a variation of heals to fill the remainder of the slots. This combo, however, doesn't cover everything, but that's why you have a fragger on your team as well.
The fragger is responsible for getting crucial tags and eliminations throughout your game. Now, the loadout of the fragger is all about fighting and ending fights quickly. This is why we often see that the burst assault rifle is swapped out for the combat SMG. Meaning that in this role, you'll hold 2 weapons designed exclusively for close-range engagements, while the rest of the slots are dedicated to heals. The fragger loadout often includes the striker pump shotgun, combat SMG, and then a variation of heals. The ability to clean up fights quickly and effectively leads to this loadout being a top pick among the more aggressive players.
After hearing the different loadouts and roles, which ones are you choosing in your next game? Until next time, we'll see you on the battle bus. Beep beep.
We ready for action? You ready? We It all comes down to this, the last 6 games of NA East. Peterbot and Bila consistently placed highly in every game yesterday, despite being heavily contested at their drop spot, Collider. Their effective use of high ground secured them a victory royale in Game 3, ending with a 45-point lead over second. After 6 games, though, Cold and Scented started to close the gap, ending the day with a VR. Can they continue to climb up the leaderboard, or will first place stay out of reach? 2 duos playing the long game are Aviv and Gold and Bugha and Mero. They stayed consistent and maintained their positions on the leaderboard. Will we see them catch up to Cold and Scented, or will fresh faces like Scare and Walkers burst into the top of the leaderboard with more impressive performances?
Well, 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 Fortnite fam, we made it. The final showdown. 6 games left to play, the end of which we will have our FNCS NAE champions. Are you ready? Good, because so are we. Oh, we're here! We finally made it to finals, day 2 of NAE FNCS coming your way. After all these weeks, we did it. We are here, right on the edge of crowning our new champions with that Actor Champions, which we cannot wait to see who is going to be in the lead later on at the end of this show. Of course, we've had 6 games already yesterday, 6 games today as well, 12 in total. The team with the most amount of points at the end of today, they are going to be your champs. My name's Adam Savage. I am so happy to be your host here. It's been 4 weeks. You know, we've enjoyed every game together. We've embraced the game as well. We've had lots of victory royales, and tonight we band together once again for one last go around. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. Of course, as always, the energy you guys bring online is everything to us. It is an exciting time to be a Fortnite player and watcher as well. Now, if you are watching, I should say this as well, because there are some of you out there in Toronto right now in the Cineplex in Toronto who are watching this on the movie screen there. Hello, we're on the big screen. Mum, I made it. We're here. We're actually going to be here in the cinema screen all night long, bringing you day 2 of NAE. It's the first here on FNCS for this region NAE being broadcast on a cinema screen. So hello to all you guys. Great to have you with us watching there in Toronto. And of course, if you're in Legends Landing as well, hello as always. What you guys watching for that amazing place that is Legends Landing as well. Loads more on the epic Discovery Row. You can watch it there with your friends as well. It's not just me. You know, of course, the entire team are here together to watch this unfold. I think it's time we get them out here, shall we? Yes, let's do it. The analyst, SVG, and Vivid. Let's go! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Villas,
let's go!
Let's go! How are we doing? This is amazing. This is perfect. You know what? We have been practicing that all night long. I think it went down pretty well. Kind of 7 out of 10. Guys, we're here. Finals. It's day 2. We did it. We made it all this way. SBG. We couldn't be more excited. Yesterday we saw Peterbot and Bila have a great day, but all things could change today on day 2.
Yeah, I mean, they were playing out of their minds. We saw Walltaker and Cold playing incredibly well, too. Those two are up at the top of the leaderboard, but it's really close between, like, 3rd to 18th. So that's going to be an awesome battle to watch as we go through the games today.
Yes.
So excited for this. It really doesn't get any better than this. We watched amazing 6 games yesterday, but now these 6 games matter even a little bit more because this is the last day. This is the last chance for these players to rise up this leaderboard. Can't wait to see what happens.
Who will rise and be at the top at the end of this? We're going to find out very soon. But before we go any further, for the one person that didn't see the announcement earlier on today, we have this for you again. Enjoy this. This is coming your way this fall.